Here on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. We're broadcasting from Lima, Peru, at the United Nations Climate Change Conference, known as COP20. After the main march of thousands on Wednesday, hundreds headed across town to protest a corporate meeting called the World Climate Summit. Democracy Now!'s Renee Feltz was there and filed this report.
This is Renee Feltz with Democracy Now! We're in a small park in downtown Lima. Many of the protesters that we've come across here have just come from the major march, some say the largest climate march in Latin America's history. Now they've had a general assembly of sorts. It looks like Occupy here in Lima, and we're going to move again. It looks like we're heading towards a hotel. Let's find out where they're going. I'm here with Pasco Sabado, one of the people we've had on the program this week. Now he's outside the COP and in the streets. Can you tell us what's going on here? Where are we going?
So we're going to the World Climate Summit. Some would have thought that actually the COP20 was the World Climate Summit, but no. 500 of the biggest business leaders decided to have their own summit where they claim on their website this is where the influence takes place. It's the most influential event of the year with governments and business leaders. So we're going to go pay them a visit, see what they have to say, and actually make it known that the power lies with us, the people, not them, the corporations, that they are the ones causing this crisis, and they're not the ones to get us out of it. So we're talking here about system change, not climate change, and that it's us, the people, who are going to provide the solutions from below.
We've left the park, we've taken the street in downtown Lima. We're going to talk to some people who are participating in this march. Hi, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Raquel, I'm from Brazil.
And what brings you out here today with your friend with this cactus?
We want to show everyone here at this COP that in Brazil, especially in São Paulo, we have no water for all the population, and nobody knows about it. So the idea is to show it with this amazing intervention by Mundano, my friend here.
And why don't you have any water?
Because of climate change, of course.
The protest continues as the corporate meetings continue. The people are chanting, the people awakened will never be servants. And what separates the protest and the people in the streets from the corporations and the suites here is a line of police. They're wearing shields. They're wearing face shields, they're holding large shields, and many of them are holding what looks like tear gas launchers. And we'll see if that's deployed.
So we arrived just outside the Hilton. This is where all these business leaders are meeting for the World Climate Summit. And the police have formed two lines with another line behind them. And we're working out what to do collectively. They tried to ask us to identify leaders here so that those leaders can then go inside and talk to people. But all they want to do is identify people, probably to arrest them. And this is a spontaneous movement. This is people who have their interests of entire communities at stake, and we're not going to go inside. We've got nothing to say to them. Our messages are here. If they want to speak to us, they can come to us.
Multinationals out of our countries.
In Colombia,
like any country in Latin America, we live the invasion of the transnationals, where they are imposing a model that is an extraction model, financed by dispossession, where the transnational companies want to have control of our territories, to extract intensively our natural riches, exploit intensively our workforce, with the only goal of accumulating capital for all of their monopolies, generating the greatest ecocide in the history of humanity.
My name is Ruth Nyambura. I come from Kenya and I work for the African Biodiversity Network.
And Ruth, have you been inside the COP this year?
Yes, I've been inside the COP this year, up until yesterday, but also been going to the Cumbre since it began on Monday. I've had a few sessions here, mostly led by the people you're seeing in the protests here. So Cumbre has been a space, it's been like it's the alternative space where real issues, systemic and structural issues are being tackled, proper analyses, where we're trying to build a new and just world, where we're trying to dismantle the systems of oppression that we currently have.
just heard that the police were looking for the leaders here to perhaps go inside or perhaps arrest. If you were to go inside this meeting where all these corporations are gathered, what would you tell them?
I probably shouldn't say what I would tell them on air unless you promise everyone is over 18, but they need to get the hell out of our world. Our world is not for sale. They need to get the hell out of our world. There are no two ways about it. That's our minimum non-negotiable. Our world is not for sale. Our dignity is not for sale, and we refuse to bow down to colonization and neo-colonization. And even if we can't get to Hilton, we will dismantle the systems of oppression. Yes, just a matter of time.
In the end, the nonviolent protest against the corporate-sponsored World Climate Summit ended with just one arrest. That report by Democracy Now!'s Renee Feltz and John Hamilton at the World Climate Summit here in Lima, Peru, where we're broadcasting live all week from the UN Climate Conference.